Bren Esports and X Bosskurr. It looks like the match draft has started. So Bren is going to start on the blue. They're going to have the first pick. Meanwhile, Axis Bosskurr will have the first pick on the second half of our picks and bans. So
Kufra and Harith being banned out from the side of Bren Esports, whereas it's going to be Kaja and Lunox being banned out for the side of Axis Bosskurr. So I believe that Axis Bosskurr has not had a very good time coming into this grand finals.
Correct.
Mainly because of a few mistakes that they've been making, but they have a huge chance to redeem themselves against Bren Esports. But Bren Esports is not a slouch themselves. They are a very strong team.
Yes, especially with that Chow pickup here on the side of Bren Esports. We've seen in the upper brackets just now where Coco played very nasty, very very Masama Chow, where Bren Esports almost get that comeback from Team Reborn during the match, but due to the fact that, well, mistakes were made, assertion was not good, Brands dropped out that game, or dropped out on the third game of that best of 3.
Now, this is going to be a best of 3 as well. All these final games are going to be best of 3, so we are going to go underway. What is really important in this particular matchup is Grok as well as Kimi has been picked up for the side of Axis Bosskurr, whereas for Bren Esports, they already picked up the Chow, which I think is going to synergize really well with the Franco and maybe another marksman that they might carry out. But Leomon is going to be the choice coming in for the side of Bren Esports, which I think is a very good pickup there. He will be able to dive the backline and do tons of damage aside with Ijo and a Lolita.
Yeah, well, we've seen Lolita been picked up here by Bren Esports previously in order to counter the Kimi. So again, they're gonna bring in the particular hero for the same particular reason. And as said by Hounders, now Leomot functions well in a team fight in trying to get the back line for somebody like a Kimi right here. So right now Axis Esports needs a babysitter for the Kimi. I think Minotaur will be the best choice as of now, but we still have to see the composition that is coming in from the side of the Raid team, as Terizla will be picked as the fighter for Axis Bosskurr.
Now, I'm really curious to see. I know that a Lolita skill can actually counter quite a number of damage coming in from Kimi, but the thing is, we've seen it time and time again that every time Lolita is missing, that's when the damage is going to be coming in. So Lolita has to be present with whatever carry or main damage dealer that he has in order for the Lolita to counter off the main damage that's coming in terms of missiles from the side of Kimi. But I'm really interested to see what Coco and Rebo are going to be picking out to complement their composition. Diggy and Cloud being banned out here. I think there might be a carry being picked out. I think they might actually pick out a carry here for Bren, or maybe even a Granger.
I think it will be a Bren carry pickup here.
What?
No,
I thought that was, yeah, they played with my feelings right there.
Yeah.
I saw a Tigreal and I was like, wait, what? No.
Tigreal works well right now. They actually.
I understand. I understand that Tigreal does work well in the public server.
All right.
A lot of times people don't know how to play around it, but when you're up against teams that know how to play around it, I feel like there are so many other better options to pick out aside from a Tigreal. Yes, his ulti will be able to pull everybody in, and yes, you'll be able to synergize it well, but we've seen it time and time again. People just fail out.
Carry Franco.
Carry?
Never mind that.
No, Franco was already... Oh, no. Franco was covered just now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But carry, I think Bren really needs this marksman to be played in. Genevieve, good choice as well.
Genevieve is a good choice.
Thinking as well. Franco is a very good thing as well. We've seen a carry and Franco in Bren Esports in yesterday's matches. But Genevieve works well as well.
For Bren Esports, right?
Yes, correct.
I just want to ask. Their composition is not exactly beefy compared to... Is their composition as beefy as durable as Axis Bosskurr? Because looking at their comp, I mean, there's the Grok, there's also Scott with the Esmeralda, which I think is quite beefy as well.
Correct.
But when we look at Guinevere, when we look at Leomon and Chow, they normally go either attack runes or basically they either go for attack or some kind of durable runes. Do you feel like this is going to be an issue for Bren Esports when they want to take some fights?
I'm not sure. No, I don't think so, because as you can see from the side of Bren Esports, in terms of utility and crowd control, they are better. We have. In contrast, though, you look in Bren Esports, you got Lolita that can stun, Guinevere that can knock up, Chao without explanation, the Way of the Dragon, Ji Kundo, Liomot knockback. The only person that does not have any kind of utility or crowd control is the carry. And speaking of crowd control, let's control our games for the crowds here. This is the lower brackets for the playoffs. Bren Esports versus Axis Bosskurr. Round number 1. Bren on the blue, Axis Bosskurr on the red. Filipino Pride versus the Malaysia Powerhouse.
Alright, as we're going to be seeing here, early invasion coming in for the side of Axis Bosskurr will definitely help them out here. They just got to play this a little bit safe. We don't see any trades coming in because we do see topside there coming in from Z. He is going to be taking off that jungle camp, which I think is a really good choice coming in from the side of Axis Bosskurr. Whereas Bren is trying to play that shove lane, or at least cover up some of the objectives before moving into these fights.
So I just saw UG just managed to actually pick up that gold buff in before Evalex and Long came towards the top side. So thank goodness for the Guinevere managers to actually get that extra goal advantage on towards herself. So now Bren, as hit by our caster here, Hound, it looks like they are going to play the shoving minion to your face kind of strategy here in the early games. As all of the members of Bren Esports are maintaining themselves in the lanes. Not much rotation has been done. In contrast of Axis Bosskurr, they went all over the maps. They rotated to top for a while. They came to the bot side just to take a sneak peek. But again, they do not stay in their lanes for too long.
Alright, so we do see Turtle now being picked out here. So I do see that Bren Esports could actually set up something interesting for them, because they might actually contest this fight from the mid side, but numbers are not in their favor here.
That's true. So now you can see Axis Bosskurr aims to go for a very early turtle here, half HP. EJ finds out that the Malaysian team is attacking the turtle, and Guinevere could not secure that last hit as Esmeralda gets the last one by UJ. Uses the out, the Way of the Dragon pushing. I'm not sure what's that inside. Esmeralda away, and now the damage, the knockback. Lolita goes down. Axis Bosskurr gets that first blood.
And this is the Axis Bosskurr that we've been waiting for to pop off.
But we're not done yet. Look at the two knockback charge here by the Leomord. And oh my goodness, straight off instantly after the first blood.
I like this kind of gameplay coming in from Bren Esports as well as Axis Bosskurr. Both of them making sure that they are giving best of the best to each other. What I like about Bren Esports is that they are very reactive in how quick they get trades, which I think that's really good. It really shows to the level of understanding for rotations coming in from Bren Esports.
Speaking about rotations, bot lane, but Scott manages to open the Hurricane Dance before the Way of the Dragon connects by Hayes. Surprisingly, Hayes is playing the Chao. I was expecting Coco to go for it, and expecting the Leomord to be on UG. But this is the first time in our global, Challenger Summit to see Hayes playing a hero something like Chao. Even though it's not an assassin Chao, it's a tank Chao, but still a very high utility fighter that can set up traps, can set up plays, being on the hands of the player named Hayes from Bren Esports.
Alright, so we're going to be watching Axis Bosskurr right now, going for all these rotations here. Rebo right now actually may move over to the top side here, and because Rebo is at the top side, he will be able to farm safely. And I think in terms of how he fights against Terizla, I don't see much danger here for Rebo.
Yeah, that's true.
Here's
nice knockup. The Way of the Dragon. Here you go, Bruce Lee incoming. Together with Rebo, will take the last in on towards the Terizla. A very nice 200 goal pickup here done towards the carry. Meanwhile, Axis Bosskurr will want to trade that kill by taking this second turtle away.
I do like the fact that Axis Bosskurr was very reactive in that way. They took the proactive stance. So, okay, never mind. They already got the kill over to the top side. Let's at least get the turtle, and maybe we'll be able to scale with Kimi picking up some of that extra goal and EXP.
Oh, but Genevieve,
Oh,
sorry,
boy.
I have to cut you down here because Long has been stunned by the Lolita. Here comes Ribobo. Out from existent. Long is no more. Now Evil X will be chased in, has to use the spray. But the way of the dragon catching the rock in the air. Grog is not being focused as the backline. EJ now running very low, giving the kill towards the Kimi. Hayes has to run away, jumping over the wall. Jikundo towards the Akai, but Akai jumping in, but Genevieve jumps in time, knocked back by Deliomon, and he goes down, and Rebo, as small as he is, playing the carry, gains the 4th kill for Bren.
4th kills for Bren, 2 kills for the side of Axis Bosskurr. Rebo now with 2 kills in the pocket, and this is going to help him scale really, really well.
Oh my god,
UG getting taken down from the side of Axis Bosskurr. This is not what Axis Bosskurr wants. They want to deny. They want to take down this Rebo right here. Make sure that Rebo does not scale into the late stages of the game. But if Bren Esports keeps doing this, we're going to see Rebo pop off and destroy everybody when team fights happen.
That's a 2-0 KDA on the marksman of Team Bren Esports. Hayes doesn't mind being humped back here by Akai, but does mind the coming of 4 members of X60 Sport on the top side. So turret will go down to the raid team, and Hayes being blocked back by the Guardian's barrier, but can he simply just shumpo inside of it just to avoid. By the way, look at that lockdown towards the Leomon, but Hayes trying to get their attention away from the Leomon, but Hayes will go down, but Genevieve will knock up Long. Long has been charged to the back. Esmeralda is no more. Now Bren, it looks like they want to go for another fight, but their focus now is on bottom lane. Can see Lolita together with Carry almost getting the kill on towards Terizla, running very low, smashing the ground just like Thor. But unlike the Ragnarok of that Lightning God, he can't survive for so long.
Alright, we did see the bottom side turret for the side of Bren Esports now, for the side of Axis Bosskurr go down. So this is where the game is relatively even. I think there's only like 100, 200 goal difference here, which is negligible between these two teams. However, we do see that a lot of the goal has been funneled towards Rebo and mostly towards Rebo. So I think that's a really, really good sign that Bren Esports will actually pop up in the later stages of the game. Whereas Axis Bosskurr, they do have 4 kills and 2 turrets. It's a relatively even game, but I give the slight advantage towards Bren because they seem to be getting closer and closer towards that mid-game spike where Carry gets a few items and moves on to the lane. Oh, beautiful stuff there being shot down to Evil X.
But Evil X just simply ults away. But the stun was good just because there's a turret there. It will be a very risky move for Bren Esports to start a fight. And now Hayes is hazing around at bottom lane, monitoring the movement of Axis Bosskurr as Bren Esports secures their first turtle of the game. And the push is coming on towards mid-side. Rebo has to position well here, as we have seen time and time again. Sometimes Rebo overextended.
Yeah, sometimes Rebo overextends, and that's not a really good sign there. Oh boy, Evil X now in a little bit of trouble, but he is tanky to a sense that he will be able to sustain the damage. I don't think that there is going to be any commitment here coming in from the side of Bren Esports. Oh wait, I spoke too soon.
Oh, nice knock up here. Genevieve coming up. Here's the ult by the Lolita. Might get the stun out to Evil X. No, he's actually charging the immunity. See, jumping in on towards Genevieve. Now, Lolita tries to save the day. It is just going to be a 2v4 or 5, I cannot sure. But all I know that Long manages to get a kill on towards Lolita. And Hayes at the back could not set up anything as Bren Esports is now down by 1 member.
Now, this is not very good for the side of Bren Esports here. EJ was a pretty important member of the team here as the main frontline shield. Let's take a look at itemization. Break it down for us, Mats.
Well, see Halbert on the side of Leomon. That's a very early item here for that fight on the side of Bren Esports together with Bloodlust Axe. Endless Battle, Golden Staff, that's the usual core item for carry. However, on the side of Axis Bosskurr, BOD is the attention item here that has been picked up by Kimi, and also Bloodlust Axe by Terizla. Calamity Reaper as well on Esmeralda.
Scott.
But you can see that Scott locking in the Leomon and will be the victim of the demise of Axis Bosskurr. Sorry. Now Hayes, luckily he's a bit tanky, can actually attack off the damage from the two members of Axis Bosskurr. But now mid lane Rebo coming in.
Boy.
The knockout by UJ. Tremendous gameplay here set up by Bren Esports. And also securing the 5th tower for Bren.
All right, so we're going to be seeing here,
sorry.
Coming in from the side of BRE, Bren are going to be moving towards the Lord. Bren should actually consider taking up a trap here for the side of Axis Bosskurr, but it seems that Axis Bosskurr is pretty desperate in terms of...
trap, you're calling it right, man. The trap was good, but UG did not actually
enough.
up properly. But
Oh,
no, the
no.
ult was disrupted by the Akai. Kimi gets a good kill here. Was gonna be has to
no.
flicker away. EJ opens up the shield. Rebo wants this fight to continue on. The way of the dragon towards Esmeralda. Rebo overextended just a little bit, being saved here by Hayes. Now Long dying for the blood of Kenny,
Rebo!
chasing the marksman. Goddess Barrier is
Rebo!
good, but the setback is that Rebo manages to escape. EJ together with Hayes has to give room for the marksman to go away, and Lolita is sacrificed here. But however, on the top side, Coco poking in towards the base of Axis Bosskurr by taking the 2nd tier tower on the top side again.
As we can see here, Evil X right now is going to be pushing over to Z. 3 members now looking to prioritize Hayes, but Hayes will be able to get away quiet, safe, and sound here. He's got to be careful that he doesn't get caught with Z. Z already inside that bush right there.
Yeah, and he has recalled going to top side where Coco was actually trying to attempt a split push here, while the other members of Bren Esports trying to gain attention of Axis Bosskurr. Hayes now is going to be a 4v1 here. The Chow will try to escape for awaiting reinforcements. Just Ganavia going to the back line, but could not get the out right here as Hurricane Dance has been opened by the Akai. Yuji is still alive. Here Coco as well. Phantom Sia has become up. They want the Kimi straight away. Coco gets the first kill on towards that fight. Kimi goes down. Long running very low, but Rebo will try and take care of his position properly. And Rizla opens up here, knocks the ground. Z will try to fall back, and Rebo could not actually exert damage. However, they managed to actually fend off Axis Bosskurr, giving them maybe the room or chance to actually gain the first lot.
Well, I do like what is happening here, coming in from the side of Bosskurr as well as Bren Esports. Both those teams played it really well. However, I felt like Axis Bosskurr was the one that walked away a little bit more with advantages in that previous fight. However, don't get me wrong, we've got a lot of players here that have a very good understanding of how to stall and what kind of victory conditions that they need.
So now, despite Axis Bosskurr leading in the kills 9-7, goal advantage is in the hands of the Filipino team at right around 3,000 gold. Bren Esports as well has acquired more turrets than Axis Bosskurr. Itemization wise, it's almost on the same par. Both carries and also majors acquires the items that they want. However, Ganavia looks like she gained a bit more items than Esmeralda, as fleeting time, double tiers, and concentrated energy on the side of that mage for Bren Esports.
Alright, so we're going to be seeing here Axis Evil...
Not mage, I mean magical damage.
Yeah, magical damage, yeah. So as we're going to be seeing Evil X right now, trying his best to actually get an angle to catch out Hayes, but the problem with Hayes is that he will be able to Shunpo over the wall, or at least Jeet Kundo over the wall, so that's not exactly a thing that a lot of people want to have a fence to see, right? So coming in here, Hayes has got to be locked up as quickly as possible, and he needs to get taken down very, very quickly. Mainly because if you let Hayes get comfortable, he will look for a way to destroy you.
So Rebo will start off with the lot as the other members of Bren communicated to him that the Axis Bosskurr is still quite far. Ganavia and EJ try to actually defend Rebo that is now taking the lot. But however, due to the fact that Akai and Esmeralda did not actually care about the two defenders over there, the lot has been resetted. Hayes tries to make an attempt on towards the members of Axis Bosskurr. The World of Dragon did not connect, and a little bit of a stalemate here from both teams. Coco could not do the split push as Esmeralda approaches him.
Alright, as the push is going to be coming in here, we do see Rebo as well as other members of BRE now trying to contest that Lord, but it's got to be careful though, because Scott is coming close, and it seems that Evil X also is nearby. Oh, we do
Genevieve?
see EJ.
Yeah, Genevieve tries to jump onto his Evil X, but a little bit too short though.
Alright, so there is a possibility here that... There is a possibility that the Ash may get shot.
The
As in,
Ash?
like, excuse me, the
Kimi?
Kimi, yo!
Alright.
Oh, yo. So anyway,
Alright.
okay, never mind. Anyway, I was seeing something, I saw something, I saw Axis, but I pronounced it as Ash.
Okay, understand.
So, oh my goodness. What a day today. So anyway, when we look at Axis, right? Axis.
Alright, okay.
They need to get into a positioning whereby they need to contest onto this Lord. We do see BRE right now getting into a very interesting spot here.
But yeah, I think it's just a debate, but Hayes again tries to attempt to actually the Way of the Dragon to the target that he wanted but could not get that position right. EJ as well now standing in front. Finally, maybe Hayes, the Way of the Dragon, has to go for the block instead. Now here comes Genevieve, wants thing to go
Look
for
at
the
Rebo.
combo, but Genevieve goes down, but Rebo has the space to do the attack. Just done by Lolita is what they need. Rebo pulling in all that attacks and who almost a wipe out here. 4 guys from Axis might go down. Here comes the cavalry, ladies and gentlemen, and there you go, wipe out by Bren Esports. Talaga Braglang Malakas. They are going to end this Iyong ang wakas by Bren Esports. Then, ladies and gentlemen, Hound, I know you're speechless, but it looks like Bren is gonna win round number 1.
Round, that's all I understood.
Yeah, okay.
Round number 1. But anyway, that was exciting. Matt, that was just beautifully.
Dude, a debate set up by Hayes. Their intention was for Axis Esports to gather around for that Lolita ult. It was a 4-man stun.
Wow.
Talaga manggagagaga. I don't know how to pronounce it anymore, but it was amazing.
The Philip.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you